Hello everybody and welcome to another tournament reveal here on the channel, and this time for the Spring Major Tournament. The season is in full swing, so it's time to announce the Spring Major. Yes, the Spring Major is coming up for us all, and as always when there is a major, there is some extra hype because everything is going to get boosted. The video here is sponsored by Golf Clash and Playdemic, and before we start and take a closer look, make sure that you do hit the thumbs up button. Also subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. The course that we are going to play is a course that we have only played once. And with that, make sure that you do get the Ultimate Tournament Guide for Pro, Expert or Master, or all three of them on patreon.com/golfclashtom, because you will get a major advantage by having our absolute brilliant guide. So let's take a look once again. You can see the course there, but it is very small. We're going to change the picture here and take a look at another one and read that one here. Have a nice brisk walk down to Chateau Lavande. I don't know if that's pronounced correct. Those of you that are from France, please correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's French. For our next major tournament, where some of you eagle-eyed golfers may recognize the course. Don't forget your sunglasses and grab your best clubs because you're going to need them. And when Playdemic says that, that means that this is a course that we have had before. And the course that it is, it's actually the one that was called the Phantom Mansion, and that course has only been in one tournament before. I remember it dearly because we got the spirit balls in that tournament, and we're gonna take a look at the Phantom Mansion holes. Before we do that, I would like to say that when it comes to content, we will obviously provide general tournament guides before the tournament starts. On Thursday, the week before the tournament starts, which in that case will be the 8th of April, then you will have the general tournament text guides if you are a Patreon or a member on YouTube. Then obviously we will follow up with whole guides. We will also make playthroughs for Rookie, Pro and Expert, and once come Monday when the tournament starts, there will be playthroughs for Rookie, Pro and Expert. On Tuesday, the ultimate tournament guides, the most detailed and advanced guides on the market, will be produced and will be sent out for Patreons. So if you do want to get one of those guides, you go to patreon.com/golfclashtom. You have the link directly in the description down below. Obviously we will have a playthrough for Master, then during opening round we will also then have a stream for Pro and Expert and also for Master, as there is no spring break anymore, so then I can actually do that. Then obviously on the weekend we will have the weekend round stream. So a lot of content coming up, and let's take a look at the Chateau Lavande as it's called now the pictures are a little bit dark because the pictures are from the Phantom Mansion, so please have that in mind. So but it's a way to look at a hole. So hole number one, par 4. This one slopes massively left to right when it comes to the second part of the fairway. If you go above the rough, we could actually drive green on this one in tailwind, and if it is a headwind, it's going to be a difficult one from second and third tee, but crosswind should be still a safe eagle there. Let's take a look at hole number 2, which is a par 3. Let's see if the size is correct. I don't think so. We're gonna resize it. There we go. So here you can see that we do have a fairway on the right and we have a fairway on the left. I would say that the rough bump is super duper glitchy. At least it were that before. So it's either going to play on the left or we're gonna play on the right. I would say that there is a funnel-like place on the left side. I'm going to look at that as a start. It's a tough par 3, I must say, for hole number 2. Hole number 3, we're gonna take a look at this one here. This one is honestly very interesting because from third tee, I remember we had headwind on this one and we couldn't reach over to the, I would like to call it the second fairway. So the thing that we did was that we double bounced, or like even, yeah, I think it was double bounce it over just directly in the center, and then we went for a very tough rough bump. I like that shot a lot because it was very technical and difficult. But obviously when it comes from every tee, the way that we do want to look at this is to go over on the right or on the left side. I would personally go right, and then we do have a rough bump by the green. That rough bump is a bit finicky, but it's all about finding the adjustment as usual. Interesting hole par 5 in my opinion. Hole number 4, This one, we either went directly like in between the three bunkers that you do have there, and we use backspin, or we bounced on the first fairway spot and bounced up towards the pin. I remember this one being very interesting, and I remember as well that we, from 30 at least, we went just before the bunker that is if you count the bunkers 1, 2, 3 from left to right, then the third bunker rebounds before that, and that was actually a money shot if I'm not remember it incorrectly. So this is going to be very interesting to see what wind we're going to have, because I do believe adjustment will change pretty much with just a minor difference in wind angle. Hole number 5, we move on to a par 4, and this par 4 here is going to be, in my opinion, also very interesting, because if it is a par 4, we're going to have to look at this one as one to eagle. There's no rough bump to be able to play, so we do want to reach as far down the fairway possible, obviously, and then go from there. We struggle a bit with this one the last time because it was tough to go right side to try to play linear, but if we played left, it was not linear and we were outside plus yardage. So it's gonna be an interesting one. I do believe this is gonna be a must eagle regardless. So tough one, but I like that hole. Hole number 6, we move on. Again, just going to move this one up a little bit. This one is a long one. In headwind here, we are going to struggle from second and third tee, but if we have anything else than that, then we're going to have no problem reaching over on the right. This hole is actually famous for one thing from third tee. That was that we could use the spirit ball and actually go for green. It was sick, and you had to you had to rely on the first bounce to be just brilliant. Otherwise, you get stuck in the rough or something like that. But if having to lay up on the first fairway, then it is a very tough shot. So I get why we took that risk. But for an example, we do have a rough bump there high up. That one is a risky one, either with a long iron with as Goliath with a lot of topspin, or like with a wood club like Sniper. And then obviously a great ball would be tough to manage. I would say that the great ball most likely would miss the rough. So this is going to be interesting to see what wind. I'm just thinking, if we do have a direct headwind from third tee, will we even be able to reach the green in 2? Is my question, honestly. But we'll see what happens. Could be a fun hole, could be a really boring hole as well. Hole number 7, the last of the par 3s. Then there is a rough bump just if we go straight at it. We can also back up a little bit and use a little bit of a left spin. We can also use right spin and go for a rough bump. No matter what though, this is going to be a rough bump to the pin. I remember with the shot we had the last time in basically every division was absolutely money here. So this is definitely going to be a rough bump, and holes like this is something that I do really enjoy personally. Hole number 8, we do the last par 4, and this one was tough for one thing. That was because we went for a rough bump in some divisions going right, because the value in going right was that we could play a linear way, which means that we could rely on yardage notes. Then the problem was when we adjusted down the hill, it was a difficult part to get that one correct, because we adjusted from a higher to a lower point, and the elevation and changes drastically. The left side is definitely a bit unexplored, but I remember playing it a couple of times from especially second tee, and it was some nice spots out there. However though, we cannot use yardage notes from there, and that was obviously a tough part. So this one could be very simple for us, could also be very hard. In tailwind here, I would say more or less straight tailwind, we're gonna go for green. Hole number 9, we end up with a par 5, and I actually don't even remember this one. Oh, right, yes I do. Oh, I remember this one now, because we played left side and we went for a rough bump with our wood club, if I'm not mistaken, towards the pin. But also, if we do have tailwind, we can push this ball pretty high up and try to use the long iron towards the pin instead by using some different type of reference. I remember I said to myself after the tournament with this hole that I think I played it a bit wrong due to us having tailwind, and I'm definitely looking forward to dig into this one a little bit better the next time. So there you do have the Chateau Lavande, or again, whatever it's however it's pronounced in French or whatever language it comes from. I don't know. I feel terrible not knowing. But Everyone, let me know what you think about the upcoming spring major tournament that comes up, and it's going to start the 12th of April. Once again, make sure that you get Ultimate Tournament guides to get yourself an advantage. If you haven't tested it out but you're thinking about it, it's time to test it out now, because in a major, with the clan points it's boosted, when the prices are boosted, everything is boosted, and also the special banners, then obviously there is going to be a little bit more fun trying to get to weekend round first and foremost to get a prize chest, but also then try to achieve as good spot possible. Thank you so much for watching. The video is sponsored by Golf Clash and Playdemic. Let's go, and good luck in the spring major tournament.